So, growing up, I identified as white, but when the topic of heritage came up, I was told by my mother's side of the family that our ancestors had come from an area that was between the countries, that was between Russia, China, and India, and um, that we had continually moved around all of those countries, but that our homeland was between mountain ranges, and um, we've basically been haven't had the sense of statehood since the end of Khotan, and that but that we in talking to the ancestors, we had lived in the Altai, we had lived on the Tibetan Plateau, we had lived throughout Siberia, we had made various forays into China and Japan and Southeast Asia and India and all that sort of stuff. We weren't a mixed people, though. I had my genes tested. I'm basically myself folded. But, you know, it's really hard to make arguments about who's responsible for me because our people are nearly the DNA. Um, but um, with the Nazis and their rhetoric, and the Nazis were just one manifestation of a dialogue that started before Darwin, and so the topic of bad genetics, surviving, and not, how do you kill someone like this? I don't know. The world's tried every which way. And later, people said you can only be white if you're from Europe. Um, part of the gene test said, like, I was like, on this gene test, a German would have a score of 270. I had a score of 27, and my map of Europe looked like the conquest of the Huns.